So I have reviewed a number of speakers on this channel, speakers you would consider to be low-end or low-price speakers, but today I have something different for you guys. So this speaker is quite pricey, but comes with a lot of features as well as some great sound quality. I'm talking about the JBL Flip 6. So here's my review and everything you have to know about the JBL Flip 6 before you make a purchase. So starting off with the design, the Flip 6 still carries the cylindrical shape from the Flip 5, and the most obvious difference here is actually the bold JBL logo, which is right in the center of the speaker. Not only that, when we look on top of the speaker here, we have the control buttons here, we have the play, we have the volume up and volume down, as well as the party button. When we switch to the rear of the speaker, we have the power button, we have the Bluetooth button, we have the power indicator, and I'll talk about the power indicator later in this video. We have a Type-C charging port as well. And when we look at the far ends or the pointed ends of this speaker, it's actually covered with these rubber bouncy plastics, which serves as some form of protection for the speaker against drops or falls. So just so you know, the Flip 6 also has portability in mind. So this speaker here actually weighs about 550 grams, which is about half a kilogram, and this is not quite heavy in my opinion. So we have this strap here, and look, it's not just any strap. I really like the fabric of the strap, and not only that, we have this plastic here which makes it easier to attach the speaker to things like a bag or anything at all. Just so you know, the entire body of the Flip 6 is actually covered in this nice pattern fabric, which actually gives it this sort of premium or high-end look. I'm rocking it, and the speaker itself just looks modern and quite premium in my opinion. Moving on to sound, this is a speaker and obviously you want to know how it sounds like. But first off, let me give you the raw specs of the JBL Flip 6. So first off, this is actually a 30-watt speaker. We have a 20-watt woofer here and a 10-watt tweeter here. So this is actually something you really don't see on low-end speakers, which I have been reviewing for most of my time on this channel. And this actually separates the components of sound, making it actually sound crisper and better. See, now we have a separate driver or a speaker for a specific component of a sound, rather than having one single driver doing all the work. And this is something we get on high-end speakers like this one. Enough of the talk, take a listen for yourself. That is the sound quality you get from the JBL Flip 6 right out of the box. So right out of the box, I just love everything about the audio here. I mean, the mid, the treble, the vocals, everything is great. But when it comes to the bass wasn't really there. It wasn't there. It felt a bit low or a bit muffled. But JBL actually fixed this with the JBL Portable app. So in the JBL Portable app, we have this EQ section where you can actually tweak the bass, the mid, and the treble. So to get the best when it comes to the bass, just put the bass at +2. You can actually put the mid also at +2 or just leave it there. And finally with the treble, you can also put it at +2. But sometimes it doesn't really work well with the treble. Just leave it there, put the bass at +2 and put the mid also at +2. And trust me, this fixes the bass issue and this gives you the best sound quality you can ever think of. So that was the only issue I had. The bass wasn't there, but with the JBL Portable app, they fixed it and they nailed it, and this fixed the bass issue for me. So this is what the audio sounds right after I make changes to the EQ in the JBL Portable app. Take a listen. This just took the speaker from about 80 to about 95 for me. And I just don't know why brands like Oraimo, they already have the Oraimo sound app. I don't know why their speakers are not actually supported on the Oraimo sound app. I guess this is actually a low-end device or a low-price device, so I shouldn't be expecting too much from them. But this right here is just great. The audio quality is 9.5 out of 10 for me. 100% just great. Now let's talk about the battery and the battery life. So first off, the Flip 6 actually comes with a 4800 milliampere battery. It's actually a lithium polymer battery here, and it takes about 2.5 hours to charge from low battery to 100%. It charges via USB Type-C, and let's talk about this. So when it comes to powering on the Flip 6, all you have to do is just press the power button once. Just give it one press or one tap and you are good to go. The speaker comes on. This should be a standard on all speakers. See, I've used some speakers where you have to press and hold to turn the speaker on. I mean, I just want to play my music. Why do I have to waste an extra second trying to turn it on? And I just like that about the Flip 6. I mean, just one tap and you're good to go. It's powered on, you're ready to connect and play your music and enjoy yourself. It should be a standard. In my opinion, this should be a standard. JBL says we should be expecting about 12 hours of playtime with the Flip 6. But I actually got less. I got about 10 to 11 hours. I actually listen to my music at high volumes, around 80 to 90%. I make noise, I know that. But when I'm listening to podcasts or audios or watching YouTube videos or documentaries, I usually listen with the Flip 6 at around 50 to 45% of the volume, and that's good enough. So if you are listening to your music at around 50%, you should get more than the 12 hours which is advertised on the Flip 6. I really don't have any issues when it comes to the battery. I think it's great. I've used some speakers which actually claimed to have 12 hours of battery life but fell short miserably. Just so you know, battery shouldn't be an issue when it comes to the Flip 6, and you're good to go when it comes to the battery. So if you made it this far into the video, we are almost at the extras, but before that, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like this video for me. So with extras, we have Bluetooth version 5.1. We have an IP rating of IP67, which means the speaker is protected against dust and water. So with the IP rating, JBL says we should expect 1 meter's depth inside the water for about 30 minutes. That is great and all, but there's this issue. So in case your speaker gets into contact with water or you experience any water splash on your JBL Flip 6, once water gets into the USB Type-C port, and you try charging it, it's going to notify you just so you clean it to remove any water in the Type-C port. I mean, that is great, but JBL could have simply covered the Type-C port with some rubber tube or something. I mean, XDobo did it and their speakers cost way less than that. I just don't know why the USB Type-C port has actually been left open or exposed like that. In my personal opinion, I think JBL could have simply just used a rubber tube to cover the Type-C port, and that would have just saved us from this annoying USB notification where I'm supposed to be cleaning the USB port whenever the speaker gets into contact with water. Not only that, we also have JBL's Party Boost feature here, which allows you to pair 100 JBL Flip 6 speakers all at once. I mean, to do that, you need 100 JBL Flip 6 speakers. Just so you know, all the speakers should be of the same version or the same model. So here are my final thoughts about the JBL Flip 6. So when it comes to the sound quality or the audio quality, it's a 9.5 out of 10 for me. When it comes to the battery or battery experience, it's an 8.5 for me. Amazing battery health, but it's not there. I mean, it's great and all, but it's not there. It's an 8.5 for me. So this speaker is actually going for about $130 on JBL's official website, and it's quite pricey. I mean, I understand this is a high-end premium speaker here, and it's great. If you want it, go ahead, get it. And you can check out my other speaker reviews on this channel. I'm going to leave links to all of them down in the description below, and I'll see you guys another time.